Okay, picture this. You're driving, maybe late, down some empty road, thick fog everywhere. Your mind's somewhere else entirely. And then suddenly you see someone, a figure in the mist, waving you down, that feeling, that immediate sort of unease, but also curiosity. That's exactly where we're starting today's deep dive. We're digging in some fascinating source material excerpts from a YouTube video transcript. It's called The Weight of Shadows by someone named Demon Draven Ravenscroft. Now, it looks like a ghost story on the surface, right? But our mission here is to, peel back those layers. We want to see how it uses these supernatural bits to talk about really human stuff, grief, healing, finding peace. You might find some surprising emotional things hidden in there. So let's jump in. The story, it really paints a picture of David right away, doesn't it? This beat-up sedan, his mind, a swirl of recent heartbreak. Everything around him is this muted gray. You really feel his headspace.
Absolutely. And what's really clever is how the setting totally reflects his inner state. You have the fog-drenched autumn morning, this foreboding landscape. It's a perfect match for his ashen expression and, the chaos in his thoughts, the shadows stretched and coiled.
Yeah, so like the world outside looks exactly how he feels inside.
Precisely. It's great visual storytelling.
And he's not just out for a casual drive, is he? There's this clear need to escape, seeking solace in the barely charted wilderness.
He's running from something.
Definitely feels like he's trying to outrun his own feelings, maybe.
Seems that way, which makes what happens next even more interesting.
Right. So he comes around this bend, and there it is, the smear of a figure against the veil of mist. It becomes clear it's a woman, cloaked in shadows, kind of beckoning him.
Yeah.
Spooky.
It really is, and this is a key moment, because despite, his gut feeling maybe saying no, he makes this reckless decision to actually stop. What do you think pushes him to do that? The text mentions her silent steps, this otherworldly presence.
Yeah, and her eyes, icy blue and unfathomable. Sends chills down his spine, it says.
So there's this pull, right? Something maybe not entirely natural that makes him stop the car.
He gestures for her to get in, almost like he can't help it. She slides in, says her name is Mia, and bam, an unnatural chill hits the car. What's that about, do you think? More than just cold air?
Oh, for sure. It's our first big clue about Mia. Her voice, too, described as both ethereal and gravelly, like it's dragging secrets up. And her words have this age, this weariness that David feels immediately. It's heavy.
So that chill, her voice, it's all hinting that there's way more to her story.
Exactly. She's not just some random hitchhiker.
And David tries to, figure her out. He tries to draw her out, ask her questions, which leads to some pretty heavy statements from her, like, I lost my way a long time ago.
And sometimes it's hard to know where you belong. And then, crucially, this town, it holds my past. And you see, this immediately starts to connect with David's own stuff, his own heartbreak, even before he knows what she really is. Her whole struggle to find what I've lost, it mirrors his own mess, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. And she's pretty direct about why she's hitchhiking.
Super direct. I can't seem to leave, not until I find what I've lost. It's like she's trapped by this mission.
So they keep driving, and the road gets even foggier, twisting into these places shrouded in fog.
Yeah.
Feels like they're going deeper into something.
Yeah, the atmosphere gets thicker, heavier.
And David starts feeling like something watching him. Mia's presence is described as more weighty than the air itself. Intense.
And the road itself almost comes alive here. Mia says, the road is cunning. It plays tricks. It knows fear, and it knows loss.
So the road isn't just a road. It's part of this emotional landscape they're traveling through.
I think so. It's reflecting their inner journeys. And notice how Mia corrects David when he talks about loss. She says, no, this loss is mine. She keeps the focus firmly on her specific burden.
Right. It's her story unfolding. And then they reach the outskirts of a ghost town. You get these images of dilapidated buildings, candles of light flickered in windows, long, dark, super eerie. You know they've arrived somewhere important.
This is it. The big reveal. Mia tells David, you must turn around. And then she drops the bomb. The place where I died.
Whoa. And David's reaction. Just shocked, right? He stammers, you're a ghost.
Exactly. But then Mia says something really powerful. She tells him he's the first to see me clearly, and that he is her hope. Because she was searching for help.
Okay, so that changes everything. It's not just a terrifying encounter anymore.
Right, it shifts. It becomes about possibility, connection.
Yeah, the text says David feels terror, sure, but also something more profound stirred in his chest. What is that, do you think? What's shifting in him?
I think it's the pivot towards this idea of mutual liberation. Mia makes this plea, rescue my soul from this haunting road or I will burden you forever.
So their fates are tied together now.
Completely. Her peace depends on his action. But maybe his peace depends on it too.
How so?
Well, the narrative says David feels this unfamiliar warmth spreading through him. He has this realization, like maybe he's spent too long wallowing in sorrow. Maybe helping her is a way to confront the shadows that he himself harbored.
Oh, okay. So helping her is actually a way to help himself.
It seems that way. His fear starts to not disappear, but change as he understands this connection.
And Mia gives him a task. Return what is lost. Simple, but profound.
Mm-hmm.
And David, despite everything, just says, okay, I'll help you, and feels this flicker of determination.
It's a commitment. And right then, there's that detail, a faint touch on his arm, a breath ghosting over his skin, a connection made tangible almost.
Yeah, gentle, not scary anymore.
Right. And that leads them to the overgrown gravestone, the
Oh.
climax, really.
Mia whispers, this is where I rest.
And David reaches out, touches the cold stone, but feels warmth seep from his palm into it. That physical act acknowledging her final place. That seems to be the key.
It's like he's grounding her or connecting her back to where she belongs.
Exactly. And that connection allows for release.
Because right after that, Mia starts to dissolve, right? Her form flickers into the mist.
Yeah, she whispers, "Thank you, and you have saved me." And then she's gone, leaving just this hint of a smile.
And what about David? What happens to him then?
The change is immediate. As he walks back to the car, he feels that weight of loss gradually lift from his shoulders.
Looked literally lighter.
Seems like it. And the world around him changes too. The fog began to recede, the air lightened, and actual sunlight broke through.
So the internal shift is mirrored externally again. The gloom lifts as his own sorrow lifts.
Perfectly mirrored. The oppressive atmosphere breaks because his internal one did.
It's such a powerful way to show his transformation. The text says the journey had transformed him. He felt lighter, freed from the weight of shadows.
He found a new beginning, basically. Unshackled.
And that last little detail, seeing her phantom moment, a fleeting smile in his rearview mirror, it confirms it wasn't just a dream, it was real, and it changed him.
Absolutely. It seals the experience. It really drives home that what looks like just a ghost story is actually, this rich allegory. It's about healing yourself, facing your own grief, and discovering that sometimes helping someone else lift their burden.
Is the very thing that frees you from your own.
Precisely. His willingness to face Mia's shadow let him face his own.
Which leads us with something to think about, doesn't it? Like, maybe consider your own shadows, past heartbreaks, things you haven't dealt with. Are they sort of metaphorically beckoning you to stop, to face them?
It's a powerful thought. And how maybe engaging with someone else's struggle, letting go of their burden, could paradoxically be the key to freeing ourselves.
Yeah. What lost parts of ourselves might we need to find or return, like Mia needed, to find peace on our own road ahead?
Definitely something to mull over.